Good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us on this special broadcast. Viewers, West Bengal has been hit by a massive tragedy. Reports are still emerging of the kind of impact, the extent of damage, and in fact detailed assessment is still on. Suffice to say, many parts of West Bengal are still out of connectivity. Road connectivity is completely blocked. Even power as well as communication is still being restored in a very slow manner. To give us a sense of what is the situation on ground and the policy going forward, we've got the Governor of West Bengal joining us for a special conversation here on Mirror Now. Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, thank you so much, sir, for speaking with us. Let's begin by, the initial assessment. If you can give us a sense of just what is the impact, how badly has the state been damaged?
The cyclone was very severe. Impact in Kolkata was also great, let me tell you. And there has been loss of lives. It has been estimated around 80 at the moment, but it may go up. But the loss of property has been huge. More than 6 lakh people had to be evacuated. My day started this morning when I got a call from the Honorable President, Ramnath Kovindji. He was in deep pain. He called upon everyone through the governor to engage in the task of reconstruction and to alleviate, mitigate the woes of the people who are suffering untold miseries because of this fury of nature. It motivated me so much. Then we, Governor of the State of West Bengal, doesn't have large fund. I donated 50 lakhs to the relief fund of Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for relief work as a result of the devastation caused by this cyclone. Then there was aerial survey, a very, very positive development. The Prime Minister of the country acted like a statesman, believed in development to take care of the situation. He engaged into aerial survey. I was with the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Honorable Chief Minister accompanied us during the aerial survey. And this I take as a ray of hope. This I take as indicative of authentic cooperative federalism in action, particularly in times of crisis. During the aerial survey, what I noticed and what has touched me and impressed me very greatly, the preparation of the Prime Minister was to an amazing degree. He was technologically updated about the scene. Not a second he kept away from getting update in his own way by looking at the situation outside and on his laptop. He got a paper while he was looking at it from the Honorable Chief Minister and looked into that paper also, which indicated the affected area map. The Prime Minister's devotional approach and participatory approach, consensual approach, I'm sure has imbibed the atmosphere all around. Chief Minister joining has brought some relief to the people of state of West Bengal. They have been talking for a long time that the state and center, when it comes to development, must be on the same page. After the aerial survey, we had a review meeting. That review meeting was, in a sense, brainstorming session of select people chosen by the state. The State Chief Secretary Rajiv Sinha made a presentation. According to him, 16 of the 23 districts in the state of West Bengal have suffered because of this severe cyclone Amphan in one degree or the other. But the heavy suffering was in 5 districts, including Kolkata. There was suffering in other areas also. The presentation theme was this, that they are yet to engage into final analysis because of inaccessibility, road blockages, road being not there, infrastructure being not available, power not being there, connectivity has virtually become non-operational. They are not able to update themselves. The Prime Minister, taking the lead, indicated to them, get into the job as fast as possible. And then he has also indicated that a central team would also be sent to assess the damage, help the state. These are very, very positive developments, Tanvi, for a good reason. After the presentation was over by the Chief Secretary, the Chief Minister took over. She indicated to the Prime Minister that the state was virtually in crossfire. On one hand, it was battling against COVID, and suddenly this devastation, fury of nature has exploded on the state. And she was also worried on the issue of migrants. The Prime Minister reflected that for fighting COVID, we are telling everyone in the country, don't leave your homes. But to face the fury of nature of this cyclone, we have told 6 lakh people, leave your homes, come to something else. Because these two things have to be rationalized. And in such times of crisis, Prime Minister pleaded with everyone. Everyone should be on the same page to help out the people of the state of West Bengal. He was happy to note that both the center and the state are acting in tandem in such a situation. Tanvi, let me tell you something very remarkable. When the landfall had not taken place and 24 hours to go, as a constitutional head, I got in touch with agencies. I talked to the Indian Coast Guard. I was happy to tell them. I was happy to get an input from them. They assured me there will not be a single loss of life on the sea. They lived up to it. When I talked to the BSF, they assured me that while Coast Guard is not functional in Sundarban areas, they are functional. They did excellent job. The state and the central government were in high degree of alertness. In spite of that, the nature's fury was such that there was loss of lives, presently estimated at 80, and loss of huge infrastructure. It has a huge impact on the living beings in that area. The human resource of the country has been unsettled. A major operation will have to be undertaken. That being so, the Prime Minister announced ad hoc to begin with, because according to the Chief Secretary also, the report of assessment was very, very preliminary. They are yet to know the extent of it. So 1,000 crore has been announced, 2 lakhs for every deceased and 50,000 for every injured. So that is the situation at the moment. This is a time not to look into what has been done, what has been demanded. This is not something like a negotiation. Prime Minister's focus was thorough. We will do whatever it takes. We will go to any extent within our policies. Our ultimate object will be that in association with the state government, we will try to mitigate the woes of the people, engage into rebuilding and reconstruction and getting them back into normalcy. And that's going to be a tough challenge. But that challenge will be met, and Prime Minister's offer has been taken positively by the state government. I find, Tanvi, a distinct change this time. When during COVID time the central team came, there was resistance by the state. As constitutional head, I was in pain. I never wanted the state to be in confrontation with the center. I never wanted they must rebuff the central team. They must have welcomed because they were coming to help us. This time when the central team will come, I have no doubt. I am full of confidence and optimism. It will be well received by the state. They will have analytical approach. There will be assessment. Both state and center will be on the same page. And then a scheme will be unfolded so that people are in a position to come back to the normalcy. When I donated 50 lakhs, I know it's not a huge amount. I appeal to everyone. It doesn't matter how much you contribute. It is the spirit of your contribution. It will be emotive connect. It will be your emotional connect with the people of the state of West Bengal. So I have pleaded with everyone, irrespective of the amount you contribute, please contribute. It is a time to come forward to help people of the state of West Bengal who are suffering this kind of natural fury which we have not seen in recent times.
Mr. Dhankar, what we need to know right now and the entire country needs to know is what does the West Bengal state need? What do people of West Bengal need? How can India help? What is on priority even for you and the state and the central government in terms of rescue and relief operations?
You see, one, topmost priority is, as indicated by the Chief Secretary also, the people who have been evacuated, they must be looked after well. That's a real question. Some people who have been marooned, they also need to be attended. That's the human face of it. Second, there must be restoration of the road connectivity and telecom connectivity so that we are in a position to know the ground reality and then rebuilding the same. So it will have to be, Tanvi, in several areas. It has to be, for example, habitations are gone as if they were never there. They will have to be built, pakka or kacha houses, educational institutions, primary schools, health facilities, all those things will have to be reconstructed from the scratch. Roads, either they have capsized or they are not there, will have to be rebuilt. So that being the situation, the reconstruction in some areas will be of a type as if it is a new beginning. But since preliminary study is yet to be done, right now there is just initial assessment, if you can take it out of aerial view, according to the Chief Secretary. I am sure it is a matter of time where we will have a real ground reality, and that will happen. Once that happens, as constitutional head, it is my job, my duty, my obligation to catalyze favorable situations for the state of West Bengal. I will act in a manner to crystallize anything which is required to be done. I see for the first time a ray of hope. I find a distinct change in the Honorable Chief Minister. I find an attitude of positivity. I find that the tunnel for me is over. I see ray of hope. We can work in togetherness. We can make it an example of cooperative federalism. We must not have our political DNA functional in the times of crisis or when it comes to development. That must be disabled. And I am sure, led by the Prime Minister, the inspiration is there for everyone in the state to fall in line. I found my Prime Minister coming here, not as Prime Minister, not as a politician, not as a member of a political party. He came as a statesman. His concern was, how do we get the state of West Bengal back on rails? How do we mitigate the woes of the people with the fastest speed and in a manner which is sustainable? He had a vision. He unfolded that vision, and that vision, I'm sure, will come true because he is determined to ensure that the state of West Bengal people must not suffer because of this natural fury. And the fact that he lost no time in making this visit. You can imagine if head of the state, Ramnath Kovindji, told me, made that pain known to me, convey to everyone, this is an occasion to rise to the highest standards of public service and to come to the aid of those who have suffered on account of fury of the nature. And I'm sure, as I have been inspired by him by contributing 50 lakhs out of my modest fund, others will do it in large manner. The Chief Minister Tanvi, I interacted with her on some occasion before getting into the helicopter. After getting down from the helicopter, I find in her a big change. When she was in the review meeting, she conveyed to the Prime Minister, Mr. Prime Minister, I am facing fury of nature by way of cyclone. I am facing COVID-19. I have problems of migrants. And Prime Minister lent ears effectively. And I'm sure confrontational stance between state and center was never in the mindset of the people who gave us this constitution. They never wanted state and center to be in confrontation mode. Individuals don't matter, positions matter. Mamata Banerjee and Jagdeep Dhankad can have differences. Chief Minister and Governor must try to be on the same page in the best spirit of the Constitution to sustain its essence. And I am determined to rise to that level. And I am hopeful for the first time That big change I can see. That big change will do great justice to the genius of the people of state of West Bengal. We have people here whose talent is enormous, whose reflections are widely regarded all over the world, whose reputation is unblemished and globally recognized. I am sure to help the people in distress, the entire might of the state of West Bengal, the entire resources of the country will be marshaled to the extent policies admit, and we'll be on a way forward approach very, very soon. That's my expectation, and I'm sure it will be realized.
Mr. Dhankar, the Times Network has actually started an initiative just for this reason. It's called India for Bengal. I mean, it's great to know that you feel that the center, the state, and you yourself, along with Chief Minister, are now getting along, that you're all on the same page and working together. Honestly, that's the good beginning. That's a good sign, because the whole country right now needs to come together and stand with Bengal and help the people of West Bengal at this point.
Let me tell you, Tanvi, you will have occasion to say the reverse of it also, Bengal for India. And I'll tell you why. The people here are very, very talented. We have everything in the state of West Bengal. If the state of West Bengal was at the top at one point of time, it was at pinnacle, it was for a good reason, and that will happen. You will find a situation where our jute industry and the 50 lakh farmers associated with that will really be rejoicing. Our tea industry will be making name globally once again. Why I talk about cooperative federalism? All over the country, farmers are getting 6,000 rupees every year. We have 70 lakh farmers in the state of West Bengal. If they were to get this amount, where state does not contribute even a penny, it would have been 4,200 crores 1 year. So far, farmers in the state of West Bengal would have got 7,000 crores. They have lost 7,000 crores. Why? Because center and state were not on the same page. State was in confrontation mode. I pleaded with the chief minister, why deny this legitimate gain of 7,000 crores to the farmers of the state of West Bengal? You don't have to spend a single paisa from the state government. When you don't spend a single paisa from the state government, you only have to send data. Why don't you send them? I'm sure there will be realization now. 7,000 crores. Secondly, did you see the change that has taken place in the country? If we had digital connectivity and Jan Dhan accounts, how during COVID the amount was sent to the accounts of mothers and sisters by just clicking a button? We have database. That could have been done. Ayushman Bharat, I don't know for what good reason, the state of West Bengal did not adopt it. In COVID, we have faced a situation, a grim situation. Chief Minister is looking up the situation now. But if Ayushman Bharat was there, we would have had, then we for sure, growth of hospitals, paramedical staff, doctors, medical colleges. Ayushman Bharat is not only for people to get medical assistance. There would have been lateral development of medical facilities, hospitals and medical colleges. So I am sure now, not adopting a central scheme is never to the benefit of a state. In farmers, it is 100% central assistance. When it comes to Ayushman Bharat, 60%. I have been a strong votary during COVID. When Prime Minister Garib Yojana, Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, 3 months free rice, free dal for 6 crore people. Why should we not take it on priority basis? I am glad it is now in the pipeline. So I know things have to be pushed. I know things have to be pushed sometimes very, very intently. But I'm not the one to lose hope. I will persuade, persevere, and ultimately I'm sure there will be consensual approach. The state of West Bengal and the central government, when it comes to development, should have healthy relationship, wholesome relationship, constructive relationship, no confrontation, only cooperation, and that will be to the benefit of the state of West Bengal people. Why I say? My oath is, on one hand, I have to protect the constitution, preserve the constitution, But the second part is more important, which people normally miss and they think governor is acting proactively. The second part of my oath under Article 159 is I will work to the best of my capacity in the interest of the people of state of West Bengal. How do I work? I can work only by ensuring that whatever is their due by way of a central scheme should come to them. There should be nothing in between. If there is hiccup or hurdle or some barrier, I must try to contain the barrier. The rough edges must be ironed out. And that I find a situation can perhaps go in that positive direction. I know political leadership is mercurial. Political leadership can change its stance anytime. But I am sure this will happen in a positive manner, and I'll work for it.
Well, let's hope from here on, things improve quickly. There is a lot of help which is needed in many parts of Kolkata and in rest of West Bengal as well. So you're going to have a very tough task, Governor, along with the Chief Minister. Thank you so much for joining us here on Mirror Now on our special coverage.